What's going on, y'all? So listen. What's going on, y'all? So we back again for the final part of the Belle Collective season 2, um, reunion part 2. Okay, to be honest, it was cute. I don't know what I was looking for. Maybe because I'm so used to. I have to remember this is not Bravo. This is OWN, and the drama wasn't so much on this show like a Real Housewives or even a Love in Huntsville. It wasn't so much that we had to go so deep in detail and we needed all the theatrics and all this stuff. So yeah, it did seem like it was a little, like a little something was missing. But in all honesty, I think that the reunion was cute for the show. It gave what it's supposed to give in the end. Okay. Did it really address a lot of things? No, I really feel like they spent way too much time on this plate issue in the first part because we didn't really get to. I didn't like the fact that we didn't get to Marie's situation with her mother and her son and all of that until the very end. And it was literally like 30 seconds. They showed a little clip and then they let her speak on it for 30 seconds to let us know that she's not giving up on her mother, taking it one day at a time. Her son got a basketball scholarship to North Carolina. Listen, I don't care. Okay, to be honest, I really do feel like that Jerez ass should have still been up in Mississippi and stayed at a school that was close by to take care of his goddamn kids. It ain't like you got one of them. You got 3 of them. And they all around the same age. They all around the same age. And your mama going through all of the stuff that she going through, and that responsibility is going to fall on her and the baby mothers, okay? And I don't think that's fair that you get a break from them because you down there in North Carolina playing basketball, okay? I really don't. But, neither here nor there. Of course, Marie going to go up for her kids anyway, whether it's the truth or not. So that's that. Meanwhile, we get up into it. We pick up where we left off last week. This whole thing with Letitia and Glenn, if he the baby daddy or not. Now, I'm just gonna be honest with you guys. And I know y'all be like, damn, Ashley, you always say, in all honesty, I'm just gonna be honest. It's honestly, that's just my new word for right now. Y'all noticed it. I noticed it too. But for real, I feel like this part was kind of fake. And let me tell you why. If I, in real life, and these beautiful black people on this stage, they're all successful. They all have money. They have resources, okay? And Letitia's one of the main ones too. She brought these girls together, helped Carlos get this cast together. She the main focal point of the show, or yeah, she was the main focal point of the show. You got your enterprise. You got all of that stuff going on. You mean to tell me you, as somebody that has a marriage that is going through its ups and downs, and one of the main issues is the fact that you are trying to determine whether or not your husband, when y'all going through it, has fathered an outside child. And you are going to wait until a whole season go by of a show and wait until the reunion to actually get the results of the paternity test. Fuck no. I'm just being honest. We're not doing that in real life. In real life, if we got the means and the resources and all that stuff, baby, we going to get that shit done right then and there, okay? We going to get it done sooner than wait until the reunion show for some ratings. I feel like this was Carlos King's very much doing, okay? He's the manipulator of ratings and content and all that stuff, doing whatever he got to do to bring the people in and bring them back. Baby, we was going to tune in regardless. But of course he ain't the daddy. And like, this is something that we've been talking about since last season, actually. Since I think the reunion of last season, or the last couple of episodes of last season and the reunion, and you just now wait until season 2 for the reunion to get the paternity test. Okay. You got that going on. Letitia, she was acting her ass off. Now, I don't know if it's true. Okay, sometimes I look at Letitia and sometimes I feel like she be putting on. I feel like a lot of them be putting on, but, she was sitting there shaking. She was like, oh, yeah, I didn't even know I was shaking. I was shaking for real. Girl, yeah, you were shaking a hole in the floor, okay? That's what you was doing. You were pump, 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 pump. But either way, even if he would have been a daddy, Letitia ain't going nowhere. When they did that little pep talk in the back, I'm trying to be the man that you need to be. I need you to be the man. Yeah, you can date me because I know you got the potential to do this, and you got to be this, and I said that's what we do to our spouses. When we trying to get them back, we trying to get on the good foot. I said, all right, whatever floats y'all boats, as long as y'all good, I guess everything is all to the good. But we get into that. Fast forward, the whole situation with them and their speaking and their talking and Willie trying to get acclimated to them and everything. I do like Willie. Willie is funny. You want to know why? Willie reminds me of how I probably would act to a certain extent if I was down in the South and I had to stay down there. As a northerner who's used to fast paced and I'm not much of a talker. Listen, out here in Chicago, it is a running joke on Twitter, and I be seeing tweets like this all the time. They be like, damn, you come out to why Chicago people so rude? We are not rude. Well, I'm not rude, but whereas I don't know if I think it really is a northern and a southern thing, because y'all down south, I guess that's why y'all call y'all southern hospitality. Because yeah, y'all can talk to each other and it be all good or whatever. Bitch, up here, nah, girl, we be having shit to do. You can say hello. Don't try. It's like going downtown and trying to say, hey, how you doing? To people that's walking past. No, girl, they walking 15 miles per hour, okay? Ain't nobody trying to talk, So that was funny. Him trying to get acclimated to the whole place and all that. I just felt Carlos spent a lot of time trying to make stuff. I don't know. I feel like sometimes he wanted a moment, especially like after the whole DNA process came out, the DNA results came out, and he had to give that whole big speech about basically, the same speech that he gave on Love and Marriage Huntsville reunion, I believe it was. Or either that, no, it wasn't Love and Marriage Huntsville reunion, it was Love and Marriage DC reunion, about the hopes and dreams of women. People think that it was one of those shows. Women don't have their own dreams, and just because the man is the breadwinner, he's supposed to just do this and do that, and the woman's supposed to just be okay with it and not go ahead and be out there doing her own dream and all this stuff, and she can do this and she can have her dreams and she can all of that shit. Y'all know what it was, okay? I said I heard this before. It's the same speech. And then when he was talking like that, I thought they was gonna segue over there to Cliff and Latrice, because baby, it was sounding just like their situation more than it was sounding like Latrice and Glenn situation. But I get it with Latrice and Glenn, because Glenn did say that he likes seeing that Letitia is Letitia and it's getting more independent. Her business is coming along, but it's something that he's not used to. You know what I'm saying? And so he got to get used to that. But with the whole thing with Latrice and Cliff, I'm gonna just jump to them. The whole situation with them, I really do feel like Cliff probably said what he said on the stage just to make it seem like he's really in unison with his wife. I do feel bad on the one hand, kind of for both of them a little bit, because Latrice, I understand 100% where she's coming from with that fear of letting a man in their life, and that fear of abandonment, the fear of neglect, and how Cliff doesn't understand what that feels like, because he had both his parents in his home, and he didn't have to worry about whether or not the dad was coming back, or the disappointment of being fatherless. You know what I'm saying? And some of us can relate. I can relate to that, mind you. Okay, I told y'all my situation or whatever, but I understood where Latrice was coming from. And again, I wish it would have been brought up as to, did these two have this discussion before they got married? Or is this something that they just started to discuss in the marriage? Or is this something where they discussed it before? Latrice had already said no. Cliff was like, we'll see whether or not, or Cliff or Latrice said, we'll see if things change as the marriage goes along. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't one of those situations, because I just feel like, and I'm pretty sure a lot of y'all feel the same way, that's one of the main topics that you really have to talk about before you consider getting married to somebody. Do you want kids or not? Because for some people, having kids is a make it or break it type of thing in a relationship. If you don't want kids, I just can't. I can't see myself being married to you because I really want kids and I can't put that to the side. And it just feel like they didn't really discuss it, or it was one of those, I get her to change her mind later. Latrice does not want kids at all. And she keeps putting out those buzzwords of, maybe, but right now I want to do this right now, right now, right now. She don't want kids at all. It's clear as day. Ain't no maybe later. Ain't no we'll see what's going to happen in the future. No, she don't want kids at all. And Cliff needs to understand that. That's just what it is. When they was talking about whether or not Cliff had slept with one of JJ exes, Cliff said, first of all, I ain't sleep. Nobody slept. But if you asking if I had sex with her, yeah, we had sex. And Carlos was like, was this before Latrice or after Latrice or during Latrice or whatever? And he was like, nah, it was way before Latrice. Before she was even thought of. That's what you talking about? Before she was even thought of? It was like, no, not when she wasn't thought of. It was like when she was out there playing with the toys. I said, now hold up. Now you could have kept that to yourself. Because that further makes me, with their relationship when you say it like that. Like, I know there's couples that, there's an age difference or whatever, but the way he said that just sound that I don't know. And then when she talking about Zeddy and all that stuff, it just makes me feel a little weird. But hey, it is what it is. She knows she got daddy issues. She know that's the reason why she got an older man. And Cliff being okay with the fact that the mama said that's what you married your father and all that. All right, we're gonna leave Cliff alone. One of the other big topics was this whole situation with Tambra and Tasha and Damon. Let me just say this. I still don't buy Tambra and Damon. I don't buy Tambra. Damon was very defensive without actually being, he was defensive, okay? I mean, he answered the questions real quick or whatever, but something about his body language, it was just like he did not want to be there at all, and he was forced to be there. I just can't figure them two out. But it's not my place to, question their relationship. But something ain't all the way right there. But hey, it is what it is, and they're still together. Honestly, I just don't get it. I know they say opposites attract. I just don't get it. Tambra had her real voice on for the rest of this reunion, so I thank you for that. Okay, we get up into the Tasha situation. He said he ain't never dated that lady. He ain't never kissed that lady. He ain't never had nothing with that lady. We was just friends. And then it was the way that Tambra was getting so crump with it. And at one point she started explaining like, no, she ain't never did this. And, she done seen me multiple times. And then I couldn't follow the story because at one point I was like, girl, are you pulling shit out your ass? Because it was just all sounding mumble jumble together. But then it kind of cleared the fuck out. Because that's when I had tweeted. I said, I don't believe Tambra 100%. But then after that, she said Tasha did all this shit just to get on the fucking TV show. That's all she did. Okay? Because come to find out, Tasha decorated the reunion set for last season. And then Tambra said after that, she got word from the producer that Tasha was sending emails and all this stuff about dirt on everybody, okay? On everybody. I said, oh, she was just trying to make her way through, making my way downtown, walking fast. She was like, girl, do, I'm trying to get on the show. That's what Tambra was saying, all right? Letitia was sitting there looking dumbfounded like, girl, I ain't know all that information till Tambra told me or whatever. And I was just like, okay. So basically they trying to say Tasha was using this whole situation just to trying to get on the show. I said, that could possibly be true, but why she target you of all people? That makes you wonder. And I do understand where Tambra coming from. I give her this as well. We done talked and we done seen each other multiple times before this show started filming and airing and all this stuff. And you never once came to me and said anything about my man once you found out me and my man was together again, that he was doing some inappropriate things with you. So you saved it for when the camera started rolling. And I said, yeah, that's a little suspicious. That's a little suspicious. And it really didn't work for Tasha. Okay? Because at the end of the day, them people still together, you know, and she's really not on the show. She didn't come to the reunion. I don't know who they got to decorate the set this time, but hey, it is what it is. Moving on from that, you know, they moved in. Okay, Carlos said, y'all living together. She was like, yeah, we're living together. And then Damon said, unfortunately. I said, hold up. And you know how Tambra have to come in to hurry up and quickly make it seem like, oh no, he just joking or whatever. It's because I got like OCD and I do this and I do. I feel like he made a mistake. And the whole beating around the bush about whether or not you having sex or whatever, because y'all still supposed to be having, y'all supposed to be still trying for a baby, right? Now, the way that you try for a baby, even with IVF or whatever, you have to have sex, right? Or something like that. The doctor told y'all have unprotected sex. Are you having unprotected sex? Yes or no? It took forever for us to get that answer. I was really confused. I said, what is going on here? Meanwhile, we get past that. The whole Willie, like I said, Willie, he's just a northerner, and you know he want to stay down there to be for his wife, and yeah, I really do like Willie. I really do like Willie. Damon didn't want to be there. Damon did not want to be there at all. I said Tambra must have really forced that man to come at there. What else really went down? At one point, they exit all the husbands off the stage after we did Cliff and Latrice and, whatnots. They brought JJ. Baby, JJ hair was hanging on by a thread. Who? So Gucci, tell your man to cut it. You gotta cut it. Cut it, okay? Cut it or loosen it up. That's why that thing thinning out, because he is pulling his own hair out. Is too much. Too much product, too much gel, too much whatever is up in his hair. And he got this shit, okay? Just like that. I said, ooh, child. Anyway, I can count the strands. I shouldn't be able to do that. But no. They get up there. You got Sanjay, D, and I think Star, one of the twins. The other twin was at school. She had dance. She was the co-captain. She couldn't miss it. But of course, they started talking about their relationship. The whole thing about the colorism comes up, and is their relationship still okay, or what's going on? And they were honest. Dee said it's still a little bit shaky because, of course, after one conversation, it's not going to get fixed. You have to continuously talk about these things, and this is something that they should have been doing. But again, it was people that was in the comments. I remember when this episode came on, and people was like, how can they be colorist or whatever when, they have a dark-skinned friend and this and this and this and that? Do you know that you can be colorist even if you have a dark-skinned person that is in your life or whatever? You have dark-skinned family members. You can have a dark-skinned friend and you can still feel some type of prejudice or whatever towards a darker person. And some people feel like, dark skin, when they say a lighter skinned person has prejudice or a colorist towards a darker skinned person, that the dark skinned person has to be dark or whatever. Anything darker or anything, any hue of black, brown or whatever that is darker than your light skin tone, that's dark. According, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? So that's what it means. That's what it means. It's the whole hue, and I just want people to understand that just because a person, it's just like, and I know some people probably gonna be like, what, girl? But just think about it. People say, oh, I can't be racist because, he married the black woman or whatever. Just because you marry somebody black don't mean that you're not going to be, you're not racist towards black people. You know what I'm saying? Just because you sleep with somebody that was this color or whatever, or this nationality, this ethnicity, doesn't mean that you're not racist towards that whole group. You know what I'm saying? You just okay with that one, you know, and you probably say some shit about them too. So it's many layers. It's not just black and gray, black and white. You know what I'm saying? And I do feel like it had a issue with it. And I also feel as though, you know, and I'm glad that they brought it up, and some of y'all mentioned it in the comments as well, that Dee probably felt the way about the fact that three girls, Star, Sanjay, and Sky, they were getting a lot more attention, not just because they were light, and take that out the picture, but the fact that they were on TV prior and they was getting attention. And honestly, G, that's your issue right there, that you were feeling some type of way. If that is the case, that would be her issue 100%, that she felt like she wasn't getting that spotlight that they was getting. And you have to take that up with your mama, okay? You wasn't out here doing dancing dolls, so therefore, you know, take that up with yourself. That ain't your thing or whatever. You know, you want to get a little attention, you know, find a way to get yourself out there. But hey, that really was not their fault, you know. But I just feel like when it comes to the whole colorism situation, and I hate to keep on speaking about it, I don't think that the girls actually get it. Not Dee, but the other girls, okay? Because when they speak on it, you see the look on their faces as if, like, why are we talking about this? Like, I can never. And it's never a look of understanding. Like, I can get how she may feel that way, but I'm glad one of the twins was like, yeah, it is in actual life. It is true. Light-skinned people lighter people do get more privileges. And if you are light-skinned and you sit here and you lie and say that that is not a fact, you're a fucking liar. You're a fucking liar. That's just what it is, okay? And it's unfortunate that that happens, but it's slavery. It's what's been passed down, unfortunately. And it's one of those things that people haven't broken. And I just wish that they do. You know, I remember somebody had asked me, like, when I be going up for dark-skinned people, or, you know, because I don't see, like, somebody asked me, like, do you really do that, or is this just for show? No, bitch. I don't discriminate against nobody because of their color, because you're darker or you lighter, or I think I'm better. Truth be told, there's a whole lot of motherfuckers out here that look hell of a lot better than me, and I'm light-skinned. It's a whole bunch of ugly-ass light-skinned people, okay? Just because you are light and just because you are white does not make you fine, okay? I just want people to understand that, all right? Because, bitch, if you're ugly, okay? You're inside and outside. And then having them fucking bigotry and prejudices as thoughts against your own people, that makes you even more uglier, okay? You know, what's her name? Akeisha had to ask Marie, you know, when they asked to think about when she thought that the girls was ugly, said that the girls was ugly. And then Carlos said, yeah, you had said some things about, you know, you can't trust light-skinned people, or not light-skinned people, or people with light eyes, or, you know, you can't trust them or whatever. Does that have something to do with colorism? And I didn't think it had anything to do with colorism, because it's been dark skin, brown skin, light brown, mocha, caramel brown, dark brown. They had light eyes. And them motherfuckers be fine. I ain't even gonna lie. They be fine. And Marie said, no, girl, it was just shade. It was just pure shade. I took it as shade too. Because, you know, and she even said, motherfuckers be putting on them contacts, okay, to get them light eyes too sometimes. And I be like, yeah, y'all still wearing color contacts? Y'all know it's a running joke with the color contacts. Like, we in 2022 and y'all still wearing color contacts? I want to know who started that shit. Because sometimes it look right on certain people. And sometimes it just be like, now you know that don't go. You know that don't look natural on your ass, okay? But anyway, that was that, you know, because Akeisha was like, listen, it ain't nothing about no colorism with me. If I say a person look ugly, bitch, a person just look ugly, light or dark. I said, you know what, to be honest, I don't know if I believe you. Because they said the only reason why you didn't say certain stuff about everybody look ugly except for Tambra because she was light. I said, I don't know. I don't even know if it's a light thing with her. I feel like it could be because she thought Tambra was her friend. And I hope she realized that Tambra don't really think that you her friend now. I mean, that she your friend too. Because that bitch said a whole lot of stuff about you. But, yeah, colorism is unfortunately a big thing. And let's understand too. And I hate that this basically what was probably the most interesting thing to me about the reunion, because I'm talking about it. just let you know, colorism goes on not just in the African American community, not just in the Black African community, not just in the Caribbean community. It goes on in every community, every nationality, every ethnicity who have brown people. Okay, even in Asian communities, and I'm talking about like Japan, Korea, China. They have darker. You have to go look. They have darker skin. Asians or whatever. And the thing is, they want to be as light as possible, as light as possible. In the Latin community, oh my God, you have to look it up. Oh, it's so many documentaries that I watched on the shit. It's so fascinating, and it's just like it'll break your heart at the same time, because people just can't be happy with who the hell they are, because of what society deems beautiful, and that's literally what it is. Meanwhile, we get to what the ladies is doing. So Gucci finna open up some stuff, whatever. She finna open up a building. She probably finna do some fitness stuff. I can't remember. Latrice, she done moved her business finally out the hood. Her and her husband finna open up some Airbnbs or whatever. Tambra, she's still doing her radio stuff and doing her talking and all that shit or whatever. Letitia, she working on her projects. And you want to know what... When it got to Akeisha, and Akeisha said the whole situation about Fair Street, and she got together this panel, this council or whatever, so that they can go up to the people, because they know, she realizes it's a big thing, and now she got to put a bid in. She needs to get help and all that stuff. Do you know, I sat here and I thought that she was about to say, and I let Letitia come in under the whatever. Girl, that never happened. That never happened. I said, ooh. Girl, Letitia, that was your idea. Mama came through and said, I'm going to make it happen by any means necessary, okay? I feel like Akeisha probably already was working on it, and she just, I don't know. It do look like Akeisha just came in and took the reins, okay? Took the thunder from under her. But other than that, I will say, I'm glad Carlos did say it outright. Don't be up here trying to have no baby for no man, okay, just for your husband or whatever, because you don't want that baby to realize that the mama really didn't want it. And that's a word. That's the word. Don't have no baby to keep no man or whatever. Again, I really wish they would have did more with Marie's little segment about her mama, because I really wanted to go a little bit deep in there into about her sickness or whatever, because there's a lot of African American women especially dealing with lupus, and they can talk more about that. But hey, it was a cute season. Now I'm gonna need Carlos to stop lying all the damn time, because he say this shit just about to every show that he hosts, okay, about how this one of the best seasons I ever had or what. Stop it. It was cute. It wasn't the best. It was good for them. It was better than last season, and I did like last season. And they doing it right, though. You supposed to get better each season, and they doing it right. So I'm looking forward to season 3, and I hope we got some new stuff to talk about and not the same shit, okay? But anyway, y'all tell me how y'all feeling. I'll see y'all later.